the House of Representatives recently started calling on the federal government to declare a state of emergency on Richard Money and Yahoo boys by virtue of what has been happening. In recent times, we've lost count on the number of young girls who have lost their lives to their so-called boyfriends who are Yahoo guys, and then vital component parts removed. And this is quite a very, very disturbing dimension. And we can see the connection in all of this. The guys who are into Richard Money make this money. The guys who are into Yahoo, internet fraud, make this money. They are the ones who buy these cars and then use unregistered vehicles on the road, end up getting involved in accidents, people die in the process, and then they disappear into thin air. You can't trace it. But I found out something that many of these vehicles are not registered. Part of the reason why they are not registered is because there are no plate numbers. I don't know if you are aware of this.
Well, somebody was telling me about that. That some of them have paid for plate numbers, and the plate numbers are not available. And that some of them that you see are carrying maybe the receipt of those payments.
Okay.
So the question I will also ask, the system, we are still back to the system.
We're back to the system,
back
the
to
structure,
the structure, yes. So how come monies are being collected for
and plate numbers are not being issued?
Numbers are not being issued, and you are allowing these cars to drive on the street of Benin, drive around the state in a tense security situation like this, where we are not sure. Everybody in Nigeria sleep with one eye open, completely. Then at this particular time, is it the time you allow vehicles to move around? I remember during the administration of Adams Oshomole, he said he needed to stop the bikes movement because of security issues and reports. And that was why the bike, because to checkmate
insecurity problems.
Then now, why will you not allow vehicles to be running around the town without plate numbers?
But don't you think the delay in plate number is because of some of these boys tend to request for customized plate number?
But even at that, I believe that requesting for customized plate number is not really a big deal. Let's not forget that this plate number is also a source of revenue for the federal government. So if it's a source of revenue and it's being paid for, why are we not making the plate numbers available?
Especially when payments are
payments have been made. What is so difficult in making plate numbers available?
I don't know.
Yeah, because that seems to be the crux of the matter. If people have made payment for plate numbers, why are they not available?
They are going about with the receipts.
They are going about with the receipt as evidence of payment.
And they start driving the cars around without plate numbers. In case anything happens, how do you...
So should there be a law now that until you have your plate number, your car...
The law is already there.
The law is there. That you have the receipt does not mean...
Your receipt is not plate number. You are not supposed to have... In fact, you can't even drive a vehicle with expired documents. You can't drive a vehicle without documents. It's an infringement, it's against the law. But you know, our system provides such a structure where people can always bribe their way through, all right, manipulate the process to their advantage. You get to a checkpoint, and like you said, you had an experience on Sample Road, you are stopped, and they're like, where are your documents? Okay, why don't you have a place? So, well, I paid, it's not yet available. Okay, find out small thing exchange
they
hands.
don't even ask for documents. All they ask is how far, anything for us and all that.
Small thing exchanges hands, and then the guy is left off the hook, and then he leaves.
It got to a case, a road safety officer was saying, we don't collect 500 naira again. The economy is
the system has changed.
But how do you substantiate that? Was it something you witnessed personally, or you heard it, or you heard it from someone?
We were coming from an event, and he flanked the car. Of course, it was an end of discussion car. A clean one.
It's a flashy car.
And the guy is a banker.
So the guy is a banker. Not a Yahoo banker.
No, he's not. No, not a Yahoo banker.
All right.
So we stopped, and the guy was trying to okay, these are my documents. Keep your documents. Anything for us. Now these are people that should be checkmating these guys. So you see, things are really good.
It's a hydra-headed problem that needs everybody's hand to be able to address it. But again, while that is a major talking point, there is a video which has been trending online involving our governor, where he outrightly condemned the activities of internet fraudsters, but the condemnation was slanted in a way which has now attracted reactions, where he said, well, for these guys to be able to carry out these activities, it's because they've got something upstairs, and that we need to find a way to harness the potentials, the capacity for these guys to put their brains to task to do whatever they are doing. That has been interpreted to lend some voice, some sort of support, some tacit support to whatever these internet fraudsters are doing. Now, we'll take a look at that report, and then we'll be back to talk more on it, because, as I said before, all of these issues are interconnected. We also will be opening our studio line so you can also call and be part of the discussion. Please stay with us. Take a listen. We'll be back with you.
I am concerned, like you, with what's going on post JSS 3. It is a big issue. This whole cyber frauds and this Yahoo culture. I'm calling on each and every one of you. Please send as much information as you can to my office. On Monday, I'm going to see the chairman of EFCC. You know, I'm not condemning those people involved. There must be a reason why that culture has become so prolific in Edo State. We must find the root causes. Let us address those root causes like we did in the case of trafficking. And let's see how we can now correct. Because these children must be very brilliant. How do you hack into other people's accounts? It shows that they're thinking. How do we redirect that thinking into something more positive?
You heard it loud and clear from Mr. Governor there. These guys must be very brilliant to be able to hack into people's accounts and do the things that they are doing. He also went ahead to say, look, we are not condemning them, but we must find a way to unravel the circumstances surrounding why this has become a prominent activity in Edo State. And there is urgent need for all hands to be on deck to attack this problem, reduce it to the barest minimum, the same way the issue of trafficking was attacked. But even at that, trafficking is still a constant issue in Edo State, if you know what I mean. But guys, so this is the issue.
Yeah.
Mr. Governor's not condemning them, then on one breath saying, I'll reach out to the EFCC chairman. Yes, EFCC chairman, yeah.
The question I will ask here, in fairness, his concept and idea towards reharnessing their skill and their intelligent capacity, there's nothing wrong about that. But firstly, I'll just take it one after the other. For the #1 citizen of a state to come and say, I am not condemning them. To say somebody is intelligent and decide to commit a crime does not make that crime justifiable.
Okay.
It completely does not make that crime justifiable. Because there's not a single crime in the world that you don't need an intelligent concept or an intelligent ability to be able to commit that crime. Even armed robbery, you need to also think, you need to plan, you strategize when the car will move, when you will break into place, who you need to take out, and the rest of them. That is an intelligent thinking. For kidnapping, it's an intelligent thinking too, to plan the guy out and think about when the guy need to be free, when he probably will not be with his security aid, when it's better to corner him at the angle you need to corner him, where to drive to, where you will not get police.
I mean, I don't understand. The way you are explaining all this, it looks like you are a strategist.
No, what I mean, when you read and see these things and you hear them to say, you hear them talk about what they did, how they stayed for about 3 weeks, monitoring their target before they now pick that target up.
It takes a lot of brain work.
How they transfer the person and the rest of them, how they now started requesting for money and the direction at which they wanted to take the money out, and some of them successfully even took the money, and at the end of the day, during the course of investigation, they were arrested. And you tell me that they are not intelligent, that because they are intelligent, the winner said that particular crime
it's not condemnable.
It's not condemnable. No. I think maybe the governor, in one way or the other, because every other thing he said was okay with me. You want to try to talk these boys, bring their intellectual capacity into harnessing them positive. To bring it to something positive, something that the country as a whole can gain from. Set up an IT school where they can come around programming and coming out with a lot of computer computer products and the rest of them that can be sold to the world. That's a good idea. But the question would not be, is it somebody that has a plan right now that is working on some dollars from a particular mugu, like they say, that you are going to call now to say, okay, come into this IT system so that we can do the IT together, so that we can put you on an IT so that you come and do whatever you want to do. Is that type of person you're talking about? Is it the child that is supposed to be in school, learning a particular, in school, or learning one field of study or the other? Are you now inviting those ones, those that have been there? Are you not going to see the AFCC? Because he said we will try to see how we can harness them. Yeah. And later again, the governor says, Mr. Governor said, I'm going to see the chairman of the EFCC. Is the chairman of the EFCC, was the EFCC set up for rehabilitation of Yahoo boys or for the prosecution of Yahoo boys? So what is he saying the EFCC chairman for? To tell the EFCC chairman that, we don't blame these boys, and that these boys are intelligent. But anytime there is issues of Yahoo anymore, if you arrest them, please hand them over to us, because I want to go there, hand them over to those state governments so I can go and train them. And then some of them who have done terrible crimes that are on your custody, please can you hand them over to us, especially if those who have done bigger money. It shows that they are more intelligent than the ones that have done little money. So can you hand them over to us so that we'll take them to Edo State and rehabilitate them? That is the area I don't understand. Because if you say you want to rehabilitate, you can set up a policy program, set up a direction, and ask those who probably will be intelligent enough to want to come on that direction and start training them and start bringing a bet on the ones that are already committing the crime. A crime is a crime.
I must be condemned.
I must be condemned. Okay. And if it's coming from, have you seen what has been written on Facebook since that thing came on social media?
Yeah.
A lot of them are celebrating it, that the governor said that he's not condemning them. That if the governor cannot condemn them, there's nobody in the state that can condemn them. That the police cannot condemn them, nobody can condemn them. So they are coming on social media to celebrate. They are celebrating it. They're celebrating it. Meanwhile, I am sure that was not the direction of Mr. Governor.
Absolutely.
What he was thinking was that, now that these guys are intelligent, if they could do these things, let's look for a way to harness them and make them more productive to the society, where everybody can gain from it. It's not to the direction that the governor actually is thinking that they should be celebrated for whatever it is they've done. They are criminals. And if you are caught, there are laws of the land, and you go in for it.
Yeah, absolutely. And look at it again from the perspective that these are guys who make millions and millions.
Yes.
And I know one thing.
In dollars.
Yes, in dollars, And then if you now convert it to Naira, it runs into billions. Yes. And that seems to be a major issue. I mean, during the hashtag #EndSARS protest, you could see the roles that these guys played in terms of
they were literally sponsoring.
Yes, they were the ones funding it.
Yes, now you can see the role they played. That's a movement, whether we like it or not.
Yes.
The House of Representatives recently, there was a motion that was moved that there is need to declare a state of emergency.
Yes.
Now, declaring a state of emergency, will it have any effect against the background that the underlying current, apart from where some could say greed, is unemployment? We saw recently 2 young guys from Delta State within the age bracket of whether 10 or 14 or thereabout,
3 of them,
who came to Benin to come and learn.
They said they came to
learn
to hustle.
They learn to hustle. What kind of hustle?
Yahoo.
It gives you an impression it gives you an insight into where we are in all of this. How do you describe the disposition of parents to these things, as it were?
The economy has turned a lot of parents, like somebody said. He said the well-trained youth were the ones that gave the well-trained children were the ones that gave birth to the children of the 60s and the children of the 70s. And the children of the 80s gave birth to, you know, partially trained
well-behaved, well-groomed children.
But now,
the children of the 90s, the parents of the 90s.
The parents of the 90s
yes.
and the parents of the late 80s, they are now giving birth to this type of children. I count 3 kids who are not up to about 17 decided to leave Delta State to Edo State. Those boys were sending a lot of messages, but let me just re-emphasize 2 of those messages. Okay. One, they were trying to tell us that from the way things are going, the present headquarters of YAHOO
is Benin City,
is Edo State. If you want to make it big, you come here. But why would they not do that? Because this is the place where you can go to any place to buy vehicles if you have made your money. You can drive on the street of Benin without plate numbers. You can even hold parties in the center of the road, and nobody would talk without any inhibitions, and nobody would say anything. And a lot of houses are being rented where these young boys are being trained. They said they are being trained for. I think that's what Mr. Governor is thinking about. Some boys some other grown-up ones are already doing that. They have what they now look like. It now look like a kind of school,
like an academy,
like an academy now. Yeah, these younger ones are trained for this. Those boys came for that. So it shows to you that there's something that is attractive, that is more attractive in Edo State than any other state. Okay. That's why they will leave their state to come here. So that should be a cause of concern to the state government. That should be a cause of concern to every citizen in this state. Okay. Because the kids are not safe anymore. They just notice that these guys are just being celebrated. You know, they are just being celebrated. You can't tell your child or tell your junior one that this group of persons that are being celebrated, that he should not go for that he should go to school and want to become a doctor. When he knows that the doctors, he knows they've been on for a very long time now. They've not been able to, to buy a car. And these guys are moving around with cars and moving around with cars without plate numbers. Okay. So it's funny.
It's a very crazy scenario.
It is.
It's a crazy scenario that we have in our hands, and all hands needs to be on deck for us to be able to address it. I'm trying to establish connection with the managing director of TMI, Dennis Oloriegbe, to interface with us on what his agency is doing to checkmate this use of vehicles without plate numbers, so we can actually have an insight into efforts being made to correct it, and to what extent can that be actually realized ultimately. We hope he can get back to us as quickly as possible, so we can also get his perspectives on what is being done to address this problem. As is always the case, a vehicle that is unnumbered, unregistered, is a huge security risk. Yeah. Such a vehicle can be deployed for any dastardly act, and those who perpetrate evil with such a vehicle can just escape without any trace. I mean, we already have a case in point, which our guest here highlighted a while ago, how a young guy knocked down a child of about 5-6 years old. The child died on the spot. Today, nobody can get a hold of the vehicle. Nobody can get a hold of the person who was behind the wheels when that incident occurred. So we're hoping that TMI Managing Director will be able to call us right now, right away, and talk to us in a moment. But while we're waiting for the call to come, there's a dimension that has also been part of the narratives as it relates to the activities of internet fraudsters. You remember during colonization, those who colonized Africa took a lot of resources from Africa and other parts of the world and bled Africa. In fact, Walter Rodney wrote a book called How Europe Underdeveloped Africa. We are beginning to see some of those things. Recently, one of the countries, I can't remember, returned a stolen artifact to the Oba of Benin. It was widely celebrated last week. We've seen all of these things. This YAHOO business, internet fraudsters, is it a way of getting back what was been taken from Africa? Would you see that?
Well, let me give you an opportunity to say something.
Yes, you wanted to say something, Dennis.
Daniel.
Please, Daniel, sorry. Yeah.
You know, some of these guys, I think it would be very difficult to bring them to the society.
What do you mean bring them to the society?
The government is looking for ways to integrate them in the society. To do very hard. Imagine a guy that spent 5 million just to have a drink.
Yeah.
You're now bringing him to the government, or you're now bringing him to come and work for the government. On what salary scale now?
Yeah.
It will be very hard.
Okay. So you don't see that happening?
No, I don't see it.
Okay.
You actually talked about,
yeah.
You see, anytime you meet most of them that are highly intelligent, when I mean highly intelligent, I'm talking about those who went through the walls of a university and they are into YAHOO. They go straight to tell you that direction. That our forefathers suffered in the hands of the whites, and a lot of things were stolen from us. That what they are doing is that they are helping us to fight back by trying to recall. That if the whites took from our forefathers,
yes,
they are not taking from their generations, their present generations now. That's what they are doing now. That we should not condemn them. We should be proud that some group of persons are fighting for us, recovering these loots of yesteryears back to us.
Okay.
But in fairness, how does that work? Now, whatever was done to us as Africans many years ago was a crime, and today it's registered in the history book as crime.
Yeah. Apart from being a crime, what is the reprieve? Have we gotten any retribution? Is there anything we have gotten by way of compensation as Africans? Mind you, I'm not trying to justify what these guys are. We're just analyzing the issues.
In that direction,
yes,
it would not have been from the angle at which they are seeing it now.
Okay.
I would have expected. That's the reason why you have the nations coming together.
Okay.
Coming together to form one union. And that would have been the African Union. That I expected the African Union to put this into place. Okay. But what I see the African leaders doing is just sitting back in their respective government and looking for ways to borrow money from these same people. Look, these guys met you years ago, and there are documents and history behind, the history books to tell us that these things actually happened. Documents to prove our points. Why are we not coming together as an African country to request that this...
We should be compensated?
That we should, yes, we deserve to be compensated.
Okay.
We deserve to be.
Okay.
So why are we not doing that? Why are we not coming there? Instead, we are going back again to borrow. Look, slavery then, it was like coming to take the physical persons, the physical body. But today, what is it that they've done to us? They've taken our religion, they've taken our culture, they've taken our intellectual properties and capacity to their place. So the slavery is still going on, it's still ongoing. Slavery is still ongoing. So this is the issues. This is the issues that we are having. So in fairness of it, I don't believe and I don't agree with them when they say they are fighting our cause as Africans by going back to do this. I want to say this, Sonny Duke. Yeah. Do you know that there are a lot of legitimate business that people are trying to put together that these issues of YAHOO and fraud in Nigeria have messed up those links?
Yeah.
Do you know if you send a communication via electronic mail to any reputable organization all over the world, and you are requesting for genuine business, the moment you just say you are from Nigeria, the person tricks off. It just tricks off.
Okay, let's open our studio line and get some reactions on this discussion. 052-290-573. That's our studio number. Tell us your name and where you're calling from, and please go ahead with your contribution. Do not cast aspersion on anyone. Be as brief as possible. Hello, caller. Good morning. It's TMI Monday. Go ahead and tell us your name and where you're calling from. Go ahead with your contribution. Good morning.
Good morning.
Yes. What's your name?
My name is.
Yes. What's your name, please? We need you to speak up a little bit.
I said my name is David from Benin. David.
Okay. All right, David. Yes. Go ahead.
Please, I want to contribute to this program going on.
Yeah.
The issue is that you mentioned during the time of ENSAS, that was where we Nigerians have already laid our own, we have already tied ourselves down in the hands of these people. if not that the country is corrupt, we will not allow them to take over and make sure they fight that fight. Because of that fight, now, that is where the police now, they have reduced their power in the hands of the citizens. And two, the same policemen that they fight against, because they are president collecting, checking their phones and all, they are the same people we are calling, and they are the same people now, they are still bribing.
Okay.
And this is that happened in a what they call it, in a echo.
Yeah.
And this is that happened in a echo, where a Yahoo boy run into a restaurant and kills some few people in the restaurant,
yeah,
and scatter the food that the woman were selling. Till today now, that case has not been settled in any way.
Yeah.
We even heard the same thing that happened in the man around town, where that Keke Nape Beko, Keke Nape Tricycle has been hit down, that they were not be able to trace those people.
Yeah.
And the only thing I see is that it's because of the money they have. They have money. They can use it to pay themselves out.
Okay.
And I even heard that if there's any case they have in the station,
yeah,
they can pay up to 500,000.
Yeah.
They can transfer up to 1 million to either to the IPO or to the police, so that they cannot be able to fight the case. And the people that fight the case don't even have 10,000 in hand.
Absolutely.
And somebody is dropping 1 million. How did you expect that kind of person to fight against that person?
It's true.
The money they are paying and the money they have is like even the plate number you are talking about. There's no way the government can fight the plate number. Whatever the government wants to do is to fight the plate number, is to bring a task force, either a retired police military man, or a retired policeman who don't even have any connection with the government. They will bring them as a task force to join the ESMA. If it is already the ESMA, they cannot fight them because the ESMA don't even have power. Because most of them are not even full government workers. Some of them are just private there. How can you use the ESMA to fight people and moving with billions and dollars of naira? How much they have? Okay, for example, the issue Apple, they try them. Those who need money. Somebody you have a case, somebody gives you 1.something million to transfer to you as 1.something million. You think you can be able to say, okay, you reject that kind of money? And the same thing you are talking about, maybe salary is 80,000 or 40,000. Somebody transfer 1.5 million your account.
Okay, let's thank you for your contribution, so we can take more calls. Thank you for your contribution. Hello, caller. Good morning. Say TMI. Yes, go ahead. What's your name and where are you calling from?
Hello.
Yes, good morning. What's your name? Please turn down the audio level on your TV. Tell us your name and go ahead.
Yes, my name is Prince Abiodun.
Okay, where are you calling us from, Prince Abiodun?
Yeah, I'm calling us for Rukusi.
Go ahead, please. We're listening to you. Go ahead. Okay, we lost that call. Good morning, caller. What's your name and where are you calling from? Please kindly turn down the audio level on your TV. All right, if you won't do that, we'll just take it off nicely and swiftly. Good morning, caller. What's your name and where are you calling from?
Hello.
Yes, good morning. Please speak up.
Good morning.
Yeah, we need you to speak up. We can barely hear you. We can't hear you. We can't hear you. You need to speak up a little bit, project a little bit more, so we can hear you. Tell us your name and where you calling us from, and then go ahead with your contribution. Good morning.
Hello.
Yes, good morning. Please turn down the audio level on your TV set.
Good morning.
Yes, good morning. Go ahead.
Yeah, please. I'm Precious.
Precious, where are you calling
I just
us
want
from?
to contribute.
Yes, go ahead.
To your discussion.
Yes, go ahead. But where are you calling us from?
Well, I'm calling from Benin. Aduawa precisely.
All right, go ahead, Precious.
Yeah. In response to the comment of our government, please, I just want to say this, that our leaders have failed us. If there are opportunities for the youth to work, I don't think that government will support such kind of act, saying that it's an intelligent someone to dupe other people, which is a robbery. There is no business on this world who can go successfully without being intelligent. So such kind of act should be condemned. So such kind of comment even come on air, making the Yahoo boys to be celebrating that the government is supporting them, is wrong. So they should find a solution to this dubious act. That is my contribution.
All right, Precious, thank you for your contribution. We've done very insightful analysis on the comments made by the governor, which wasn't in any way intended to support what these guys are doing. He only just expressed his views that for someone to put up such activity, such an activity, is only a reflection that the person got something upstairs. Hello, Kola, good morning.
Hello,
what's your name? Yeah,
good morning. My name is Marcos. I'm calling from Benin.
Okay, we'll have another Marcos in the studio here. Anyway, go ahead.
Yes, yeah. This issue that we are discussing, I want to contribute my own quarter. You see, when the purpose of the thing is no abuse is inevitable.
Absolutely, absolutely.
One of the things that I discover in our society today is that we refuse to look inward. Many years ago, I have been looking for government to deal with this government decisively, but I now discover that we are the government.
Yeah.
Government are not spirit. They come from among us. The problem we have in this country, 30% is leadership, 70% is followership. Government is very powerful, but the masses are more powerful than government in any society. Because we refuse to know that this power belongs to us. It is not the people, it is not the society that defines the people, it is the people that define the society. So we live in a system where a parent, a mother, or a father will just wake up in the morning and take their child or words to these people to go and, learn what they call YAHOO. Yeah. Now, look at parents. Let's leave YAHOO aside a bit. A mechanic or a furniture man, an electrician who takes his child along with him to work. What is that man showing the child? What is he learning? Is he fair to that child when the man is dealing with the customer? Is the man genuine? Is he sincere? Now the children are saying all these things. Yeah. Today in the Bible days, when they were farming the land, when they were hardship, people kill their children. But today in the society, we don't kill them physically, but we kill them emotionally, mentally, and otherwise. Yeah. Because of what they see. So I think that we should really look inward and begin to say no to this, not the government alone. Everybody is involved.
Okay, so I need to pause you there and just take a last call before we call it a wrap on this discussion. Please turn down the audio level on your TV set to remove the echo. Turn it down. Okay, we need to take you off if you can turn it down. Please endeavor to turn down the audio level on your TV set to remove the echo, or better still, just move backward. Hello, caller, good morning. Please turn down the audio level on your TV set. Good morning.
Good morning, Mr.
Yes, good morning. Tell us your name and where you're calling us from.
My name is Omo, calling from Fez.
Okay, Omo, go ahead.
Yes, in fact, I appreciated this topic you brought to the public in ITV.
Thank you.
See what government are trying, but they are not trying very well. I am suggesting they should set a very high power task force to deal with all these irresponsible children, that have no future. What is the meaning of YAHOO? Since their parents say to control them, and in fact, they are nuisance to the public. Government should take a decisive, measure. You see, not only this YAHOO, but you can see more of all these commercial people, they run their vehicle without plate number. No fake line, mostly without plate number. Yeah. You see, a situation calling as a lawless extension. In fact, I'm very sad over it. So that's my contribution.
All right. Thank you very much. Still TMI Monday. Hello, caller. Good morning. What's your name and where are you calling from? Good morning. Please turn down the audio level on your TV set. Good morning. Okay, that's much we can take for time factor. Marcus, we're back here. Yeah. And now the feedback will tell you how contemptible this is.
Yes, it is.
Hello, are you getting me?
Okay, just a moment. Hello, caller. Good morning. What's your name?
Hello.
Good morning. What's your name? Go ahead.
Okay, my name is Paul, and I'm calling from Benin.
Paul, go ahead quickly.
Okay, thank you. I think it's a very good ideology that the governor actually brought.
concerning the trend of his video.
Yeah.
I actually listened to him. And what he actually said is true, because these people have something upstairs.
Yeah.
So they are very, very intelligent. So if the government can really work to be able to harness this intelligence and bring it to the positive aspect, I think the society will be will be better than the way it is right now.
Absolutely.
Okay, and also in the area of the driving of cars, most of them, they never went to driving school.
Yeah.
And because of that youthful exuberance, they just went into, they just go there, get the cars and all that. I think we should try much as possible to follow the law that says that until you have the plate number, those vehicles should be driven.
Okay.
So if we can really also carry it out effectively, I think most of these accidents and all these other things will also reduce.
All right. Thank you very much for your contribution. We truly appreciate you. That's our last call on the show. Marcus, quickly, final word from you. But we can't take away the fact that there are those who perhaps may have gotten wealth through this means that are now doing some legitimate business. But we cannot forget that in civilized crime, a crime is a crime. We cannot forget the story of Evictus Obi, who at some point was even regarded as Forbes' youngest billionaire or something globally.
One time.
Yeah, but recently he was prosecuted in the US and sentenced.
Yes.
Perhaps that could also be a lesson for us back home.
I completely, whatever you say, a crime is a crime.
Yeah.
Whether it was done from a very high level of intellectual capacity, it doesn't change the fact that a crime is a crime.
Yeah.
I am believing that what the governor should look at completely is the little ones who are interested in wanting to be into Yahoo, and we can go into them and harness their potentials.
Yeah.
But those who are already into Yahoo or who have been participating in Yahoo business already have committed a crime against the Federal Republic of Nigeria. And as far as that is concerned, they need to face the law.
Okay.
So they need to face the law.
Okay. Let me say big thanks to you again, Marcus, for creating the time to be here.
Thank you very much.
Ventilating your views on this monstrous issue that is bedeviling our country. That's the only country that we have. We need to work together. All hands must be on deck for us to address all of these issues if we must get out of it. We understand that federal government is already thinking along the lines of declaring a state of emergency on all of these issues. How that will pan out, only time will tell. Still TMI Monday. We'll take a short break. We'll be interviewing one of our a commercial interview, as a matter of fact, in a moment. Prince Daniels will be taking care of that in a moment. Please stay with us. Stay TMI Monday. We'll be back, and much later I'll be having a live interview with the media representative in the Police Service Commission, Austin Abdogame, in a moment. Please stay with us.